guys, Stephanie Denman here from the Denman Homestead. And this afternoon for dinner, I'm going to make some red beans and rice and some andouille sausage for dinner. And I realized that I am out of some key ingredients for a good red beans and rice. Mainly like onion and bell pepper. And so, oh man, I don't know. I was gonna come outside and look to see if I had anything, and it doesn't look good. I may be able to salvage some of these little tiny ones, but everything is just so sad. So sad. So let's see what I can do with what I got. Check this out. 2 cantaloupes. Pulled up a few green onions. We'll make these work. You know how I know it was a successful day at school? Let me show you. Yeah, so when they come home passed out, you know. So these are my green onions. I cleaned them up a bit, washed them, cut off the roots, and I'm just gonna thinly slice them. And I'm gonna use the entire thing, green and white. Because the whole onion can be used, and the whole onion tastes like onion. They also make you cry, like onions. Woo. Now I was only able to get 4 little baby bell peppers, but that'll be fine. I'm gonna make it work. Just gonna give this a little bit more of a rough chop. I'm gonna cook this all in my Instant Pot. I have not pre-soaked the red beans. They're dry red beans. And you may be thinking that's crazy. It's gonna take all day. It actually takes like about an hour. 55 minutes in the pressure cooker. And then it's done. So the red beans are cooked perfectly. Now I know that we're gonna have some die-hard Cajuns here that are gonna give me some heck because I don't have any celery. And I know the Holy Trinity is bell pepper, onion, and celery, but we're going to have to do without. I'm sure my kids won't complain. Just giving these bell peppers a rough chop, throwing it in the pot. This is a 4-pound bag of red beans, but I've used about half of it already. So I'm just gonna dump in the other half. Okay, to this pot, I'm gonna add in 6 cups chicken broth. Might need to get another one. It's not 4. I'm just gonna go ahead and use I'm gonna make 8 cups. And then I'll replace, so I also needed to do 6 cups of water, so I'll just do 4 cups of water here instead. Even it out a bit. Okay. Now to this pot, I'm going to add in some minced garlic and some spices. Alright, y'all don't rag on me too bad, but I got the garlic in a jar going here. Save some time. I did about 2 heaping teaspoons full. I'm going to throw in some minced onion. Some onion powder. Some parsley. I'm measuring with my heart. Black pepper. Sea salt. And 2 bay leaves. I give this a good mix. I'm going to throw this in the Instant Pot for 55 minutes, and then I'm going to let it do a natural release, which means I'm not going to let the steam out on its own. I'm just going to let it naturally release its steam for 15 minutes after the cook time. And I'll show you what we got. Okay, and what goes so well with red beans and rice? Cornbread. And I can't wait to show you what I'm going to cook my cornbread in. It's been a long time since I've used it, and I was like, you know what, let's do that, let's get that out. So I'll show you in a minute. First, let's make our batter. We are going to need 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1 cup cornmeal, I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I'm using yellow cornmeal. There's also white cornmeal. Either or is fine. Half a cup of white sugar. You can also substitute some of this with honey if you like. Teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to eyeball it. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. What I like about this recipe is it's a great base if you want to add in extra things like jalapenos or cheddar cheese. Add in some extra honey, make it extra sweet cornbread. Totally flexible. I'm just going to combine these dry ingredients before I add in my wet ingredients real quick. Okay, then we're going to need to crack in 1 egg. One cup of milk. And 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil or melted butter. we're going to mix this all to combine. Now you can just spray down a 9x9 dish and put this all together in that 9x9 dish. You're going to want to bake it at a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. I like to cook this in cast iron as well, and if you do cook it in cast iron, like a cast iron skillet, I always warm up my cast iron skillet in the oven while the oven's preheating with like some sort of oil, like bacon grease or vegetable oil, a little bit, like tablespoon or two on the bottom. So when you pour in your mix, it gives the bottom like a little bit of a crispy layer when it cooks. It also helps it not to stick to your cast iron. Okay, I've combined this all together, so now I'm going to get out my cast iron and pour this in. Okay guys, look at this cast iron and tell me this is not the cutest thing. It's cactuses! Isn't that cool? It was in the oven. It was in the oven heating up a little bit, so I use my mittens. But I have a little bit of some bacon grease here that I've melted down a little bit. And I'm just going to take my pastry brush and basically paint the insides of these cactus because in the past, when I've not done this, it tends to be kind of a pain to get out of all these little nooks and crannies. So I'm going to just make sure I get it all throughout the edges and sides of this cast iron pan. And I'm going to stick this back in the oven and let it heat up with the oven while it's preheating. And then once it's done preheating, I'll pour this batter in these molds. I love saving bacon grease for stuff like this. If I have too much leftover cornmeal batter, I've got another cast iron I can use. I got a ladle. I think it's going to make it a little bit easier to get the cornbread mix where I want it. Definitely going to have some left over, so I might have to get out my other cast iron. I'm so excited! I'm going to go ahead and pop these in the oven because these will be ready to go. You can get these cooking while I get the other one prepared. So you know the last one was cactus. Can you guess what this one might be? Any guesses? It's fish. It's fish. We're having fish cornbread. Isn't that cool? Again, same like the other one though. These little fishies got scales and all sorts of stuff in here. So we gotta make sure, coat it really good so nothing sticks. And we'll pop these in the oven too. The cornbread are done. Let's take them out. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. I can help. You can help? Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Connor, what do you think about that?
Cactus cornbread?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty cool. I don't want you to burn your hands. See how cleanly it came out of the pan whenever we put down that bacon grease in it?
Yeah.
Looks good, huh?
So it's gonna slightly taste like bacon?
It might have a little bit of a bacon flavor. I'll just do my hands.
Too bad. Got it. Let's go.
Oh, cool. These are done. They're hot. They just came out. I'm gonna try to... These are pretty cool. Oof, hot. We like to play with our food around here. Alright, right now I'm just gonna brown up some of this sausage. This one's jalapeno. I'm gonna keep it separate from the regular sausage. I think the kids would like the regular better than the jalapeno. So I'm just gonna let this cook on the stove for a little bit, brown up a little, and then we'll combine it in with the red beans. Alright, Connor. Oh Lord, she's still asleep. Poor baby. Connor did not want beans. He just wanted rice, sausage, and cornbread. Try the cornbread. Let me know how it is.
Cactus. I love cornbread.
What do you think?
It's very good cornbread. It has a slight hint of bacon.
Yeah.
And the edges are crispy.
Cool. So you like it? Waking up? Ready for dinner? You smell it? Come on, eat. Okay, it's done. So now we're gonna put this over white rice with our cornbread and our sausage. We're gonna eat. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today on this episode, and hope you try it, hope you like it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.